Guys, we had a mega weekend pump, a little bit of a surprise. We had things like Solana blowing again. We had RUNE, we had Filecoin late last night coming to the party. We had it was a wild weekend. A lot of money was made, a lot of money was lost. I think people were over trading as well. I've heard stories of guys trying to short things. They were trying to short Sol and they got absolutely rinsed. We heard a lot of good things out there though overall this weekend. And now the question is, are we going to cool off? Where do we go to from here? There is a poll running at the moment in the chat, so have a look at that poll for me. I want to gauge the current sentiment out there. And then guys, we're going to go through where I think BTC is right now. We're going to go through some areas that are maybe a little bit too obvious for BTC. Maybe they're going to surprise us. And then we're going to do a full recap of the weekend's action. I want to go through a lot of these tokens that we're pumping, guys. And so let me know in the chats which ones you were in, which ones you were trading. I want to do a lot of your coin recaps. We're going to look at some areas where we can get some pullbacks potentially and where we can buy. So a lot to get through today. Let's get right into it. So this is a dialed in version of BTC dominance I'm looking at the moment, and we've lost this weekly level. That dotted line you see is a massive weekly pivot area that I've been watching for ages, and this has just dropped through now. On that last BTC dump we just had, we lost this level, and now we're reacting on the 50-day MA. So this is something very interesting for us, especially for these altcoins. We want this dominance to keep falling. That always helps a little bit. So even if BTC is pulling down and the dominance is pulling down, then the altcoins don't get as wrecked as they should. And if BTC is stable and pushing up and this dominance drops, well, then the altcoins are partying. So this is something, a key area for us to watch now. This 52.15% on the dominance is now hot on my radar. So we're going to keep our eyes on that. I see a lot of the crowd is here. Guys, the Sniper Club, are the guys in the chats here, or are you still busy in the Sniper Club Zoom? I see a lot of names coming through here. What's happening, guys? I see Fahad is here as well. Peace No War says we damping. Tell us what damping is, bro. Yeah, okay. So guys, let me know how you're feeling out there. I just want to get a feel for things. Yeah, we've got requests for Filecoin. What a ripper though. Filecoin, I've always said to you guys, this is one thing you got to be in. Out of nowhere it's going to blow for you, and they did give us a little bit of Filecoin action this weekend, so that was nice. Let's take a look at BTC currently. I'm watching it in this 2-hour range, just trying to plan around things and see where I am level by level once again. And this is basically where we are right now. The 36K is still my main area of interest currently, and that still reflects nicely on that 3-day chart that I'm going to show you guys. So right now 36K is my main area that I'm watching, and then we did get a test of this wick here and they sent it up. There was a little bit of a fake out on some of these altcoins. We saw they came and flushed some of these stops, so we're going to dial in again on some of these now. I saw Solana, for example, Injective, they had a little bit of a dump and then they reversed, so we're going to take a look and just see how those are going now. That happened a couple of minutes ago. So right now BTC for me, my low for the day, or my marker for the day now is this low on this candle, 36,527, and then 36,000 is my sort of more major zone that they might want to come and test for us during the course of the day. Then with regards to the 3-day that I'm looking at, again, nothing's really changed yet. The most obvious areas for me, again, are still this 786 and it's still this 31.5 region. But what are they going to do to us in between there? We've got a lot of guys saying they want to send us up first. So I'm going to check. I want to actually see if James can help me with these results of the poll, just to give me some feedback here. But a lot of the guys out there are talking 40,000 first before we get a major correction. So let me know in the chats what you are thinking there, guys. I'd like to see a bit more upside myself here for BTC before we do get that final send-off. I think it's going to come when we're not expecting it. Right now, I think if everybody's feeling we're going to get a correction, it might not be the moment that it comes. It's generally the opposite. Let's do a catch up quick on the S&P. They did have a downgrade on Friday in the US, and we thought the markets were going to be a little bit sad. And right now it is holding. It's holding this resistance area. So all is well currently on the S&P. Nothing too serious. We are in this resistance zone, but we were expecting a little bit more of a dump there. But all is well so far. Darren says, let's LFG, let's short the Ponzi. It's okay, dude. Says, it's crushing. Run for your life. Guys, Thomas wants 45 to 50. Okay, nice. Let's do a recap of these weekend tokens, guys. I'm going through Sol, Atom, Fantom, Filecoin, MATIC, and RUNE for you. Let me know in the chats what else you want me to get. What else you want me to get out. Let's get stuck into Sol. So a lot of questions on Sol and what happened with Sol this weekend. Well, it absolutely pumped again, fake out through this weekly resistance area and then a nice big rejection. So right now on the weekly, it's not looking great. We do have that rejection now and we got some work to do for Sol and it looks like it's trying to turn over slightly. So what I'm going to do is zoom in for you and just give you some ideas as to how I'm playing this. This is Sol on the 15 minutes. Again, it looks like a bit of a picture here, but you can see this is a scalper's paradise for all the degens out there. These are the type of levels you need to be looking at if you are scalping in these markets. So here we are currently. This is the low that was marked earlier today for Sol, and you can see they had a little flush out here for us at this 382 region at around 54.9. So I'm looking at this region now as my support for this potential little range play for Solana. So this is intact now, provided BTC obviously plays ball with us. But I'm looking at that little move now for Sol from about 54.8, 55. I'm looking for a little push higher. And then we do have one backup level here at 53. So if we do lose that area, potential secondary zone for me is this 53.5 area. Ashley's asking for render. Lots of asking for render. Otman says render. Link. Jane, I know we've been very bad with Link lately. We've been ignoring Link, and I see people getting upset with me in the chats and we ignore Link. But it was a front runner. It ran, you know. Then we started looking at other stuff. So forgive me for not looking at Link. We'll try and take a look at it today. Candy says correction is overdue. Well, the correction is going to come when the market decides that the correction is going to come. So we'll keep our eyes on things. We'll play these areas and until we lose them, and then we're going to figure it out after that. Okay, so guys, Solana, we are at the bottom of a range, potential bouncer area. This for me, if we do lose this guy, we at 53.5 ish is your next area. Right, let's do Filecoin because this was an absolute ripper. I love this thing. Filecoin is one of those things you keep in your pocket. You just have it there, maybe a little small position because out of nowhere this thing blows up. And what did it do yesterday? Out of nowhere, it started pushing. And now we're looking at potential areas for Filecoin. It pushed straight into this resistance area, 5.6. So if you see it bang into this resistance zone, guys, or where you see these altcoins hit these big resistance areas, you really need to exercise caution. These are always your TP areas or zones of caution. You don't really be wanting to get too long in these big resistance zones because more often than not, you do get this reaction back to the downside. I'm going to show you an example just now with Atom as well. It did the exact same thing to us. So how do we play Filecoin now? If you're looking for entries on Filecoin, best bet for me on Filecoin support 5.07. So you can see we've had this monster rejection. This major region here, horizontal support 5.07 is an area for me of interest. And then we do have the 36 and 382 and horizontal helping us out here at 4.6. So these are pullback areas. If we do get some more downside on BTC, these alts are going to bleed. There's no question about it. How big a downside we get on BTC is going to determine how deep these alts go. So again, guys, we fill out these levels, we track these levels area by area, and we watch BTC, and then we make our move accordingly. So right now, Filecoin for me, pullback 5.07 is an area of interest for me. If we do go there, that's a buy zone for me. Based on where BTC is sitting, I'd like to see BTC holding that 36,000, for example. So we're going to keep our eyes on that. Then you can also dial in. Here's a 15-minute play on Filecoin. This is how I've been tracking it today. These are areas of interest on the 15-minute time frame. So the scalpers out there, slightly different game plan, but here we are. You can see how the support area plays out. This was a 618 reaction for Filecoin, so that is an interesting area. And then a little bit lower down here, you can see this low is coming into play here on the 15 minutes at 5.02. So guys, let me know in the chats if you enjoy the fact that I give you this big overview and then I dial into the coin. Let me know if you want to see more of that. I have been doing it in drips and drabs over the last while, And if it's something you are enjoying, I'll keep on doing it for you. So just let me know if you enjoy this type of thing. I do drop a lot of this in Sniper Club as well. So in Sniper Club, in the chats, I've been dropping 15-minute scalp setups and levels that I'm looking at throughout the day. And then I also have my normal setups and that sort of thing in the Sniper Club. Guys, there is a link for Sniper Club in the description. You should be able to use the code Sheldon, and that should give you a promo or a discount to get in there. Okay, so Karen says, yes, I must carry on doing that. Okay, Martin likes that. Okay, guys, yeah, I'm happy. This is easy for me. I love a zoomed out picture. I think the guys that have known me for long enough know that I love the bigger picture stuff, but when we need to dial in, we dial in. And, you know, there's often some scalps there when we do this type of stuff. So I'll keep this going for you. As long as you guys are happy, then we're happy. Okay, so Filecoin, that is how I'm playing it now for these areas. The 618, nice little reaction for us on this horizontal. So right now, 5.26 is your area to watch. We start losing that, we start dipping to 5, and that, yeah, another reaction zone for you. Okay, let's look at Fantom. That was also another good one this weekend. Okay, so Fantom blew through this resistance zone. We saw that with DOT as well. We saw, I think we saw MATIC do that too. So we blew through this resistance, which was very interesting for us. But now we've reversed. So what we want to see on Fantom on the daily, we want to see it start reclaiming this area to confirm that we're going to get this move up to the next range. We want to say that MATIC is in this range now. So we want it to just push higher, get some support, and then we can bag that range. If we do get downside, FTM, if we do get downside, I do have a zoomed in version again that I'm watching. This is the 1 hour play on FTM. So this is how I'm planning it. You can see right now we've lost this uptrend. So this is generally a bearish sign. We lost the trend, we pushed up, and now we are drifting lower. So where do I look for entries or bounces? Well, I generally then, if we are in a downtrend, you pull your trend through and you look for these reaction areas where you can potentially get bounces for entries, for aggressive entries, and then you get your next one, you get your trend break entries. So we're going to watch this zone now as a sign. 0.302 is an area of interest for me. So if we get that little bounce here, we might start looking for something along those lines. If we start losing this zone, you're going to have to be a little bit patient and just let it drift lower. I have a 618 here at 0.279, call it 0.28 is the next sort of area of interest for Fantom. So right now it's in a downtrend on the 1 hour. So a little bit of patience here and maybe wait for a little bit lower. Let's see how this plays out. I've got questions for Cass and TRB. Theta, yeah, that thing absolutely ripped. I've got Emmanuel shouting grok at me. You know what? So many people told me to buy grok, and I believe it pumped. Very disappointing, very salty about that. But we can't trade everything, guys. We can't take every single coin that gets suggested to us. Cool. 𝗬𝗍𝗪𝗧, good one. Okay, so 𝗬𝗪𝗧 had a monster pump as well this weekend. I do have that ready for you here in front of me. Here is 𝗬𝗪𝗧. Same story, straight into resistance. Looks a lot like these others. Looks a lot like Fantom. Looks a lot like Sol. It pushed through this resistance area and it rejected. And now they're sending us lower. So right now on a daily time frame, your first hot zone of interest here for 𝗬𝗪𝗧 is 15.7. So this is the hot zone. This is the buy zone for me down here on a daily time frame. Let's take a look at a dialed in version. So just so you can see here, let me know, guys, let me know if you can actually see these charts. All right, I'm zooming in a little bit here. So 𝗬𝗪𝗧 for me daily 15.5 to 15.7 is a hot zone for me on a pullback. And then 𝗬𝗪𝗧 dialed in, we haven't yet lost this trend. This is the 1 hour. So 𝗬𝗪𝗧, I'm looking at this trend. It's a rising trend at the moment. We are starting to dip into an area of interest over here. Look out for a little wick down and then ascend perhaps. So that is something I've got my eyes on. You know, they love a little fake out of trend. So try and tie that in perhaps to a 382. So if we do get some more downside, everyone starts stressing out, a little flush out. And that's when they come with a fake out. So watch this potential move playing out on 𝗬𝗪𝗧. And then you'd look for something like that. You'd play this quite short. So you'd look at maximum, you'd look at those highs there, but you'd probably look for some fibs here. Let's see what we got. We do get that move. So your first reaction zone is going to be the 382 at 17.8. So if you do get that bounce, you're looking at about 17.8 as your first reaction zone. And let's take a look at our next one would be a 618. over there. So 18.5, that would be your next reaction zone, and then the highs would be the target. So we're going to keep our eyes on, again, on how BTC is playing and what dominance is up to. But this is a potential move here for AVAX that is interesting to me on the 1 hour. Okay, Verasity, that's a nice one. Gaming Vibes, 𝗕𝗵𝗵, OP, yeah, let's do OP. I just want to get through the others that I promised you. I promised you MATIC, I promised you RUNE. Here's MATIC for you. MATIC, same story. Push through resistance. Now, where have we seen this? We've seen this now on 3 of the coins I've shown you. AVAX as well, banging through these resistance zones and a rejection. So now we want to see it reclaim. So this was resistance for me on MATIC. We want to see it hold this 382 region. Now, how do I do that? I dial in and I try and look as to what's going on the 1 hour. And this is what I put together earlier. I did drop this in the chats on Sniper Club. If you were around, I was in the chats earlier today, just dropping some of these charts and thoughts. So this was MATIC on the 1 hour. Again, we broke through that resistance zone. We pulled back. We are trying to hold this 382. Now, the best way to plan something along these lines, if you're looking for entries, is you bang in your trend once you can see some kind of bounce, and you can get a feel for what is going on, and then you can either play the moves to the downside and then look for these moves higher, or you can just play these trend breaks and send it. So what I'm looking at a MATIC, if we do lose this 0.869 or 87 region, looking for a bounce here at the 618. You can see I've got nice horizontals here tied in as well for me. So if MATIC does start drifting lower, you know the drill. We've got a downtrend, wait for that little bounce there, and then we potentially get our move at the 0.83 zone. So look out down here, and then if we do get that move, look out for the reaction, because that 0.867 then becomes your resistance. Remember, old support, once it's lost, becomes a resistance zone. D wants to know, what does TRB respect? It doesn't seem to observe the science of the fibs. Well, you know what, D, we're going to make it observe the science of the fibs. I'm going to pull out TRB for you just now. We're going to force it to accept the science. It must listen to us. Okay, let's look at RUNE. Here's RUNE on the daily. So mega move this weekend. And guys, remember my 500% trade? The day I called this 500% trade on, when was that? On Thursday last week. We are saying we got a 500% trade coming for RUNE. There's a nice big target. What did they do? They wicked us 40% and sent it straight back up. But anyway, whoever got your entries, here we are. And we're on track for our 500% RUNE move on a 10x. So far, so good. The target for me is still this 5.8 region. So I think a little bit of patience here. Let's see if we can dial in on RUNE and just see what's going on. But if we do some basic Fibonacci here, we can see we do have a 382 at around about 485. But this is basically a vertical line here, and we do need to be a little bit careful. So let's dial in with RUNE and see what we can do here on shorter time frames. Okay, so RUNE looking a little bit bearish on these shorter time frames. Let me just clean this up a little bit for you. Okay, so we had a flag forming for RUNE and it broke to the downside. Then it's rejected, so we lost the flag. It's rejected. It pumped up. It rejected at a 382. So now we're going to watch this zone very carefully. Where can we catch this thing if it carries on falling? Let's look for some areas of interest here. I'm looking for some horizontals. I want to just look for areas that tie in with fibs and things like that. So you want to look for decent support zones. You don't want to just be long anywhere because then it gets expensive, especially for the leverage traders. If you're long everywhere and you've got a 6 or 7% drop still, that's going to feel very expensive if you're trading high leverage stuff. So you need to be careful. You need to be more precise with your entries. So let's take a look. We've got a nice horizontal cluster here on the 15 minutes for RUNE. Let's see if we can pull some science out of the hat here and see what we got. Okay, we've got a nice little 618 down here. So this is how these areas start taking shape for us. Okay, so for me, just based on this little pull over here, I'd say a hot zone for me, if we do get a move down for RUNE, I'd say look for some kind of bounce in this region, 4.75. So let it drift. Let's see how we go. 4.75 could be a nice little reaction area for RUNE, and otherwise just give it some time. We'll figure out if there's a trend there. If it pushes up, let's look for where it rejects again. We'll figure out where the trend is, and then again, same story. If it breaks the trend, find support in anywhere like that, then you can send it higher. But right now, for me, I would keep my eyes on this 618 lower down, 4.74. So that's a hot zone for me. Hamza, we're going to do Link today. We're going to do Link, I promise you. I was saying earlier we neglected a lot. I'm writing it here in my notes next to me so I don't forget for you. Okay, let's go Atom. That was also another ripper today, guys. Let me know, has anyone traded Atom? Same story as these other altcoins. Look what's happened here. It's pushed through resistance with a monster rejection again. So we've seen this a lot now with these alts, so it's something to be very aware of. That is what's happening here. Horizontal for me, 10.98. I just want to fill this this level in for you guys. 10.9 resistance zone, but right now we've been rejected and we are drifting lower. So where do we find a hot zone for Atom? Let's get some science in the equation here. So we don't have fib tie in there, but we do have these horizontals. So right now I'm watching this for Atom. It's a big move, but 9.15. Let's see how big that is here. 8% pullback potentially. Let's dial in and let's see what we can get out of this. Okay, so we've got some nice horizontals here. And we're going to pull a fib. Let's see what that gives us. Monster rejection though, but nice little 786 there for us from Atom. So it's support for me for Atom. Let's watch this zone for now. Let's see how it plays out. Pullbacks to this zone, I would say could be a nice little bounce. Look out for that little double bottom play potentially there on Atom. Horizontal, so 9.7. That's interesting zone for me. And then we got the lower region here at 9.38. So those are two hot zones for me. This is Atom 15 minutes, guys. Okay, so we are dialed in here. We full degen vibes here. So just understand what you're dealing with here with the 15-minute stuff. Okay, so I hope that's answered your question then, macro as well. Where's Dave the Rave? I think Dave the Rave is stuck in Sniper Club at the moment. They were doing a closed Zoom session for the Sniper Club members there. Kenneth wants to know, can you do Lux Algo on Phil? Yes, on Filecoin. Yes, guys. Okay, so yeah, let's just go through a couple of things here. Lux Algo, if you guys are interested in Lux Algo, we use it all the time with what we trade with. There is a link in the description. There's a 30% discount on Lux Algo. And if you're not happy with it, or after the first month, you get your money back. So if you're interested in Lux Algo, take a look. Play around with it, see if it works for you. We use it all the time in Sniper Club as well. Simon is our indicator expert. He's all over Lux Algo. He's calling signals and trades in there all day long. Let's use Lux Algo as an example on Filecoin quickly and see where we are. So you can see Filecoin straight into an order block on the daily. So that is sign number one that you're running into a problem if you are pumping to an area. Here's the order blocks that they printed us, straight into the order blocks. Now let's take a look at the signals and the overlays. And what has it done? It's printed our first X. Let's just make sure our settings are correct. Okay, so we adjust our settings, make sure the settings tie in. It tells you in the dashboard in the bottom right corner what your settings need to be. So it does guide you as to what the optimal settings are. And you can see what's happened here. We've had the bullish print on Filecoin. They already printed that first X saying it's getting tired. And what did they do now? They printed the second one at the high. We very seldom see more than two. You do get three, but normally by the time you've got two, these things are getting tired. They're getting sleepy. They want to rest, whether it's a rest from a dump or it's a rest from a pump. They do give out these signs, and it's also blown straight out of the cloud. So what I'd suggest on the daily time frame is be careful. You can see it's very hot on the daily time frame. And then scalper mode, let's take a look at the scalpers. Let's look at 15 minutes. What can we see here? We can see a nice little order block down here at 5. So that is an area of interest. And then let's pull out our signals and overlays, and you can see they printed a short, and we started touching just tipping into this cloud for now. So just dipped into the cloud. We haven't printed an X yet. It's not tired just yet. But again, these things can also just hover around for a little while. This cloud could make its way up, and we could see something along those lines. So for me, I still like this area, this 5.27, and then lower down, I do like 5. So that's how we tie in 𝗧𝗵𝗂𝗪 with what we're doing and how we're going about our things. So hopefully that helps there, Kenneth. And then, guys, don't forget Banter Bubbles. I haven't mentioned this. I didn't mention this on Friday, but for those of you that don't know, if you click on the BTC's bubble in the Banter Bubbles, you can stand a chance to win a BTC. All you need to do is be on one of our trading links, OKX, CoinW, BitGet, Bybit. If you don't have a link, grab one in the description. And if you guys trade 10 times before the 1st of January, you stand a chance to win a full Bitcoin. So if you guess the price, it's half a Bitcoin. If you trade 10 times for the 1st of January, you can win a full Bitcoin. Now let's see what these guys are saying. I see the bears are out again. Robert went double bear. Robert went twice, and he said 29K and 25K. So he's a little bit undecided. So he went twice just to be sure. Then we've got Wonder Woman at 59. I like her. 59 is a nice number for us. Basil says 20,000. Basil, bro, you don't have to be such a bear. 20,000 is pretty dark, eh? For the end of the year. We're not going to be very happy at 20,000 there, Basil. Maybe you should resubmit. I still think we're going to be in the 40s coming end of the year. So let's see how we go. But that's where I'm leaning towards currently. Leroy wants 𝗧𝗵𝗂𝗪 on TRB. Yeah, we need to do TRB. I'm writing the note in here now. So I've got Link and TRB for you guys. Phoenix, I got CRO. I've been covering CRO in Sniper Club under my trades and setups. We can look through that. OP, yes. So guys, we have to do OP and ETH. These are key for us. We saw ETH is very good. We are all long at the moment on ETH. And you can see why it makes sense for us. We are long ETH because we've got a nice support base over here, the 382, and you can see this 2000 area is strong support. Some of the guys have got lower stop losses. My stop is currently 1995. That's my area. And when you are long ETH and you think ETH is going to move, you need to look at ETH buddies, and one of them is Optimism, which is something you need to be taking note of. Optimism, Lido, MATIC, those type of things. Friends of ETH, they would generally tend to move with ETH, and we see we've got a nice move from Optimism here. And now we just want to see Optimism hold the support area at this 382. So this is a big area. If you take a look here, you can see this horizontal zone. So we don't really want Optimism to lose this area. If it does, or if it has to lose that zone, 1.736 for me. But I quite fancy Optimism here as a break and retest. So if you are long on Optimism, you're looking at an exit under this daily candle. That's a 1.8%. And your first move is to the highs, and that's about 11%. If it does dip lower, you've got a possible buy then at 1.73. So again, it depends how you play your leverage. It depends your risk management. It depends how you structure your trades. Like some of us, we like to stagger our trades. So you go a small position in the beginning, then you can stagger in. If it does dip lower, you can ladder into your position and you can take a position lower. Some guys like to ape in and go the full size immediately and then run like a 1 or 2% stop. So again, it depends on how you like to trade and your risk management. If you like to learn more about that stuff, come to Sniper Club with us. We in the chats, we talking to you. DJ and David is there, Simon's there, Bruce is there, Sheldon's there. Mama Sniper's even got her own little section now, so she's going to be dropping tidbits in there. So again, a stop loss is a very subjective thing. We can tell you what we do, but at the end of the day, you need to decide what works for you and what works for how you feel when you are losing or when you are up and those sort of things. So we're going to guide you through that. And the whole purpose of the Sniper Club is to make you guys better traders. So if you are unsure about things, jump in there, ask us questions, ask us about stop losses, ask us how we manage things. Like David's got a very unique way that he manages his stops, which might not be for everybody. OG Craig's got another way he manages his stops. He runs very tight stops. So you can jump in there and ask questions. So guys, get into Sniper Club. And we are there to help you. We are there to make you better traders and guide you through this bull market, because a bull market alone is fun, But if you do make mistakes, you can get hurt in a bull market. And you want to be with a community, and we've built a nice community in there, and we're going to trade this bull market together. Terry says, love the music. Thank you. That's DJ Dave. He's going to make us some more music soon. And I see the boys have arrived. They are here, sweating it out. Dave, Bruce.
Woo!
How was that? Were you on the Zoom?
We were. It was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely.
So
brilliant.
I'm just running through a couple of coins here, but yeah, so a good result then. Did you take any trades?
No, not live. Just some amazing questions, perspectives. OG Craig went through some material that was priceless, just priceless. He has new strategies working with bread and butter, and we're going to organize around it and help people just basically, make their living off of trading with this strategy.
Okay, nice, guys. So yeah, I'm glad he brought that up because somebody was asking earlier about some kind of competition. So I'm glad he is bringing that to us. Okay, so Sniper Club, Craig is bringing a little bit of something, a little bit of spice for the Sniper Club. Basically, it's $100 a day or something he's trying to make there. So that could be suited for a lot of people if they're interested.
Yep.
Okay, so Rodolfo's arrived. So I'm just going to carry on. I owe TRB, Link, and CRO for the audience here. So I'm going to carry on. Let's pull up TRB. Oh, this TRB is looking tired, eh? Okay, but looking interesting. Tired but interesting. So this is what I was discussing earlier this morning. I did put my levels into the Sniper Club here on TRB, and this was a possible play that I was looking at. So we've got the 50-day MA pushing up here on the 12-hour. That is a possible ping area. So if we do lose the 618 level that you're looking at right now, look out for a reaction on the 50-day MA and a possible bounce there. Let's pull in some Luxies here. It's 𝗧𝗵𝗲 this thing. Let's get these settings right. Okay, so I'm going to look at it on a slightly lower time frame. I want to look for signs that this current dump that we're in has slowed down or is getting tired. And here we go on the 4-hour. Let's just make sure these settings are right. 15 and 15. Nice. Okay. So yeah, it's starting to look a little bit juicy. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. Starting to look a little bit spicy here. Okay, so it printed a short, as you can see. We did get our first X when we lost that level. Now we've drifted into the 618 area and we're starting to slow down, and we're looking at this 50-day MA. So 1X has been printed so far. 1X tells us we are getting towards the end of the move. Ideally, you want to see that second X, and then it's going to start changing direction. Well, we would expect it to start changing direction. So right now we are in a good zone. So when the good zones tie into 𝗧𝗵𝗲, we get a little bit more excited. And so here we are. So some horizontals coming into play, 618 coming into play, 50-day MA coming into play, all nice little areas, and then a little bit of backup down here. We do have the trend. Okay, but this trend is more than 10% away. It looks tiny on the chart, but in reality, if you are in a leverage position, you need to exercise a bit of caution here. So if your trade fails, you don't really want to sit on it till you get down to trend. It's going to be a 9% move. So if you're trading big leverage, you might find yourself in a bit of a spot. So right now for me, this is a good area. Let's watch this, keep an eye on this, look for that next X on 𝗧𝗵𝗲, possible wick to the 50-day. But yeah, TRB looking good. Okay, I see MATIC is still holding its area, so no changes there. Let's look at CRO. And Dave and Bruce, if you've got anything you think is going to be interesting, let me know, and let's share it.
Yeah.
Ah, look at this.
Crow, yeah.
Hello. Okay. I like this. I really like this. Okay, so CRO on the 1-hour trend, break, support. Let's take a look at some 𝗧𝗵𝗲. Printed an X. So we've got, well, let's just make these settings right before we get too excited. Okay, so printed the short. Printed the short. Now I've pulled an X out. It's not dialing into this cloud just yet, but I do like what's going on here with the support. But you can see the trend is still down. Let's take a look at this oscillator. So 𝗧𝗵𝗲 has an oscillator as well that they supply you with that you can use. So the oscillator has turned up, so it is moving in the correct direction.
Nice.
Not the worst, not the worst, not the worst. Let's dial out on this guy. And there you can see it. Okay, so this was I must have set this up. I must have set this up earlier today. So the support was the low of today, whatever that support was at the time. So that is 0.093. So that was the support marker for the day. And the potential upside play was pretty big there. That was a 30% upside. So that is the move that I was looking at earlier. But that support needs to hold. Number one, that support's got to hold. So if you are looking for longs here, you can see what's going on, zoomed in on the 1 hour. Okay, potential trend break brewing, but 𝗧𝗵𝗲 doesn't quite agree yet. But we do have support and we do have it turning around. So if you're looking for potential longs, let's look at potential stops. So there's a potential stop, 0.0987. So if it starts losing that area, you're probably looking at lower areas. You're probably looking at then 0.081. So if it starts dipping over and you start losing that and you get that little retest, then you know he's probably drifting lower. So keep your eyes on this one. Could be something good brewing here on CRO. And Link. Okay, honorary mention for Link. We haven't been nice to Link over the last couple of weeks. I think partly because I lost interest in it. Because it pumped so much and then we started looking at other tokens. Okay, let's see what Link is giving us. A flag above support. Okay, so we were saying this is what we're looking for. We've broken through the resistance area. We're looking for support on the 382, and that's what it's given us. It's given us this 14.49 bounce on this 382 area, and you can see this area is an area of interest. It's a hot zone. Okay, that's a region here. 14.33 even, that 382. So we want to see this flag. We want to see Link hold this area again, a little bit of up down in here, consolidation, and then a push higher. Best support, if we lose this area, we've got this 200-week MA pushing up. So just eyes on that. We might get a reaction there. So if there is more weakness, look for a reaction on the 200-week MA, which is currently at 13.33, but it should push up a little higher. And then not much going on at the 618. It's not tying into too much. So for me right now, if it starts losing big levels like this, I think we go down quite fast to 11.8, that sort of area. If you can see this zone here, that's an interesting zone. There's not much going on here for me. So we might get bounces and things on the way, but if it starts falling over, I think it's going down. SV Trader says ETH pumping. I think he's quite happy about that. I think we'll all be happy with ETH pumping. We like, yeah, there we go. We like ETH pumping.
But not Bitcoin. Have we crossed into ETH? Have we crossed into ETH season?
Yeah, it's starting to feel like that. I mean, ETH has hardly moved. We just had a dump in the market before I went live. The altcoins got a little bit rinsed. BTC went down. ETH just hung out, hardly moved. And look at this. It's showing in the dominance here. Remember, I was speaking about the earlier big weekly level here. Okay, so we've lost that now, which is a nice sign. Big link bags, the dean of DeFi. So he's got big link bags. Okay, so here, I'd watch Link on that support area. Wait, I've lost it now. Where's my link gone? Okay, yeah, so big support zone here, 14.3, eyes on that one. If it pushes up, you're gonna dial in, guys. You need to look at that 15 minutes. You got to dial in. You got to look for the trend breaks and things along those lines. Okay, let's get a couple more. We've done CRO, we've done Link TRB, guys. Yeah, Ronald says hot the like button. I'd also like it if you actually hit the like button, but you can hot it too. Whatever you want to do there, guys. We do need some likes because Dave and Bruce are about to drop some alpha here. How many likes have we got there, Bruce?
I actually don't know. I'm not in there.
Well, it sounds like not enough. So if we get another 80 likes, we're dropping charts. That's what's going down.
Okay.
We have 341 likes.
Guys, this is ridiculous. There's 1,236 watching us right now, and we've got 330 likes. It's a little bit disappointing. I think we need some more likeage. If you could arrange that thing. And we've hit our record subscribers. Did you know we hit 100,000 subscribers on Banter Plus?
Let's go.
Oh yeah, look at that. Holy cow, that's great.
The target was 100,000 subscribers on Banter Plus. We've all been working so hard getting subscribers. We got to 100,000 and Run was like, cool, now it's 125. So help us, guys.
Have you had a chance to review the poll?
Yeah, can we review this poll? Because James jumped off there and James set the poll for me.
Yeah, so is correction incoming? Hold on a second. Yes, 46%. No, not until we hit 40K, 54%. Slightly bullish on this one.
Yeah, but relatively balanced. I mean, often you see it very skewed. Then you know. Then you know it's the opposite. Okay, so pretty balanced. Dr. Crypto says pump the likes to 1,000. Guys, and we need to pump these subscribers to 125,000.
We hit 600 just now. I mean, it's crazy.
Appreciate that, guys. You know, if we appreciate you, I hope you appreciate us. Ian says he forgot to like. Long Mountain says up only. Okay, guys, so please, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We'd like to keep our jobs. The new target is 125,000. So when we get to 125, who knows, it might be 150. But yeah, let's start with 125. Okay, thanks. So Ashley wants to see render. And Bruce and Dave, well, they're ready for you. They smashed those likes. So
holy cow!
You want to hit us with a chart?
Well, have you done Solana yet?
I did cover Solana.
Okay. Because I'm looking right now at a 1 hour range play, just up and down between 55.37 at the low and yeah, exactly. And I've done it twice already. I took a long on Saturday, took a short on Sunday, I longed it yesterday, and now I'm waiting to long it. I didn't catch the short, but I'm ready to long it again.
Okay, so guys, there you go. Bruce is thinking the same as me there. Range play long on Solana.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what else do you have there, Bruce?
Have you looked at CAS?
No, I haven't done CAS. Do CAS.
I haven't either until just now. And and the thing is, it's setting up a short. Only I don't want to short the market that's pumping.
Do you want me to pull it up, or are you pulling it up?
You pull it up. I haven't brought my charts up yet. Sorry.
So CAS is on 𝗕𝗁𝗄, guys. If you're not on 𝗕𝗁𝗄, you can get a link in the description for 𝗕𝗁𝗄.
Yeah, go to the 1 hour and you can see it really clearly. Look.
Okay, so this was this is the 1 hour. This is what I was talking about earlier today. So we lost that trend. Okay, now to be invalidated, we want to reclaim this trend. So this is what I was trying to explain in Sniper Club today. We are now trying to reclaim this trend. So let's see how this plays out. Once we get support back in this area, then CAS, it's all systems go, carry on. We forget we had an argument and fell over, and it just carries on. So when it loses trend, guys, typically a bearish sign, but it can reverse that very quickly by reclaiming it.
Yep, that's exactly what I was looking at this morning.
Yeah, so it's a critical area now for CAS. So just be careful. Just pay attention here with what's going on. Long Mountain says CAS is going to nuke. Not a fan of CAS, eh? Not a fan of CAS. This is explosive like. Dave, can you chart us? What do you have there?
Yes, let me share the screen here.
Okay, and then I'm gonna get this Dion chart going on here while you're getting your screen out.
Cool. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just to start off, I think I talked about this on Friday. Somebody requested XRP, and it looks like it's in a level to long right now. So we had this little sell-off, and I know Sheldon's been talking about it. I have this trend line that I may have explained on Friday. If you guys don't have this trend line, it starts at the 19th of October. We have 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. We now have touch. This wick right here at 62.89, I would maybe set your stop a little bit below that. But I am seeing an upside move on XRP. To the resistance line, it's, you know, nice little 10%er. But if it blows past the resistance line, you know, we're looking for higher. That's something that stands out immediately. If you guys are in the Sniper Club, hey, really happy about this one. I made this call, got in at 144, and it rocketed like 23%. So if you guys are in the Sniper Club, we're dropping some alpha. I'm sure there's a lot of people that already covered their membership just off that one call. Another one that's looking nice is 𝗧𝗵𝗃. I know I made this call in the Sniper Club, and it had like an 8% move. A lot of people posted some profits there, but kind of redrawn the trend line. And, you know, this fib level, if you guys don't have this fib, I'm basically drawing it from the bottom right here. So which is the 29th of October to the top. And you can see that 𝗧𝗃 is just flirting around the golden zone, the sniper zone. It's just sitting here and sitting here. And obviously Bitcoin's having somewhat of a pullback, but I think once we're done with whatever pullback this is, for me, I'd love to see 38K tapped again. But I think that's when 𝗧𝗃 might have its run here. So
how deep is that stop?
About 3%. Yeah. So let's see here. Yeah, I would wait for guys for a little bit of a pullback. If you were to enter now, then obviously use lower leverage. There's a wick right here that happened this past weekend, but it's about a 3%er. So I would say maybe a 3x is safe, and let's see if it goes.
Yeah, and remember, guys, you can always add to winning trades. So, I mean, we get asked this question a lot. And if you take a small size, let's say you want to enter a trade, but you're a little bit nervous about it, but it's in a good area, you can always take a small position. And once it's running, you can always add to that. That winning trade. So there's no panic to be in your maximum size. Sometimes I hold trades for weeks, and I'll build it slowly over time. So I'll start with a tiny position. Once it's running, you add, and then you get a substantial size position. So you can always add. You just need that little start. You light that little firelighter under the token, then it gets moving.
Let's see. I think I talked about this last week on Monday. Maker still kind of in the scenario that I'm talking about. So it's always good to have some kind of short play in the back of our mind here with the bull market vibes. But yeah, I am paying attention to this. I've got my alerts here still at 1378 and 1398. So I've got some order blocks here, and it's just interesting to see this still. And what if you guys missed that? You know, I basically identified this rising wedge, fell out of the trend, or lost a wedge. Typically there's a retest before the big dump. So that is one that I still have on my radar. And then to take ping pong with Sheldon, you know, that's why I recommend you guys always watch Sheldon's shows. He has amazing setups, but what I'm seeing on Theta is a potential entry here at the 786 trend line. And this trend line goes kind of far back, actually. So it goes back to the 31st of October. We have 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. I'm expecting a 4th touch. So the scenario I would love to see is something like this. Maybe fight a little bit before the big move up. And I know Sheldon is looking
I'm a sniper, loves the 786 on Theta.
And that's probably what it is, guys. That's probably what it's going to be. Yeah. And we're not too far from there. We're actually 4% away from there. So we're pretty close. But again, being snipers, guys, we want to be picky with our entries. Kind of floating around the sniper zone right now, but we'll just keep an eye on that. So, okay, yeah, that's what's on the radar. And loving this ETH breakout, guys.
So nice. I mean, we waited so long for this. Wow, and it's going now. That's beautiful.
Let's go.
Guys, I do have oil and gold, and I see Fahad. He's one of my hardcore oil and gold traders. You know, even though the alts are ripping and doing all their things, Fahad, I don't forget about you, and I don't forget about gold and oil. So here's gold. I've taken a gold long on this one, and I'm still long oil, and I've got one S&P long left. So this is me at the moment. I've loaded up some gold here off the 200-day MA and that horizontal. And then my oil trades are starting to move nicely now. It's at resistance. So not adding now, we are at resistance. And then the top one is my last S&P that I have left there. So as far as gold is concerned, I'm laddering into a long here with gold. The stop is under today's candle. If you want to let it breathe a bit more, you can put the stop under the 50-day MA. And target is the 618. For that move on gold. And then Fahad oil, we got that nice little move. They front ran that horizontal area for us. We are now at resistance, so just be a little bit cautious here now, but this is going to make great support if we do pop through. And then we got a nice little target there of 82 for oil. So I'm going to hold my oil and see how we go. If we break through that, it's going to be a little bit more fun. Guys, let us know in the chats if you like to see these gold and oil things. I do intend to do lots of stocks for you, but it's been all altcoins the last 2 weeks for obvious reasons. It's been pretty exciting. Long Mountain says, yeah, it looks good to long gold. Yeah, it's a nice reaction zone. We should get something out of it.
Yeah,
SV says CAS is now going up. So guys, yeah, let us know. I mean, I'm happy to do stocks. It's just you know, we sometimes get consumed by these altcoins, and you know, it happens. We get stuck into these big movers, and we switch off to some others. Okay, let's do a quick VRA and a GRT, and then we need to jump, guys. So let's cover this quickly. Okay, so WLD, just one more note on this guy. I mean, I don't know what started this today, but 2.48 is potential support under this 8-hour candle. So if you're mad enough to try this thing, just be careful. It's quite an open sky above here on the Binance chart. So 2.48 is the low of the 8-hour candle, which could be your bottom support or your exit point if you do want to play around with these type of things. Dylan wants to know my thoughts on Gala. Gala is actually in a long zone, and I'll show you why. Over here, so this is Gala 12-hour. We did have that dip. Now, I missed the perfect entry. I was talking all day about a dip to the 200-day MA over here. Here we are. And it dipped lower onto the 382 200-day MA. So this is a zone of interest. Anything from about, say, 23 down to 22.3. That sort of region is longable for me on Gala. And then your risk is about 2 to 3%. So pretty much standard risk on a 12-hour or a daily candle. So just be careful there. But yeah, interesting. And then I got good news, guys. Tomorrow I've got Hustle from In the Game. He's joining me and we're talking gaming tokens. So we're just going to smash gaming tokens here. So again, after the show, let me know in the chats what you want to see, which ones you got your eyes on. Leave it in the chats after the show so that we can start prepping them for you. And he's fundamentally insane on these gaming tokens, so you don't want to miss his comments on that. And if we can take the fundamentals and gel it with some TA, we could get some serious results here on some of these. I see Rodolfo is excited about that. Yo, guys, you don't want to miss that. It's going to be pretty cool. Let's go GRT. Bruce, are you ready for a little chart there for us? I think he's mute. Yeah, he's mute. Okay, so GRT is still good, guys. This is still it's still the 618. It's still holding a support. This is still an area, so nothing wrong here with GRT. 0.126 is a support zone. You can see it's drifting to trend slowly. Sometimes you need to give them time. Sometimes they just need to get to their trend, and then they make the decision. So, you know, trend is always decision time. So look out for maybe a little fake out down below just to flush out a couple of guys and then send it higher. If we do lose the trend, your first reaction area is the 786 at 0.116. So that's your first reaction zone. You lose the trend, look for that bounce there, then you can potentially exit, for example, if you are stuck in a position. Otherwise, bulls, just look out for this little fake out, look out for the dip into the 618 trend, and you can maybe get long there.
Have you covered either XRP or BCH, Bitcoin Cash?
Please do BCH, Bruce.
Okay, give me 1 sec.
That would be great. Okay, and then I said GRT. What, Dave? What else did I say I was going to cover?
I don't know.
Hang on,
well, here's Lena 618 bounce. If anyone's interested. Oh, that's Bruce's chart. Okay.
Yeah,
let's see.
Basically, BCH broke back up over resistance right over there. We tested support a bunch of times. Had this crazy wick right over there. I have no clue what that deviation up and down was, but it came right back into this trend again. So I'm just allowing that to continue. It's at major support or just a little bit above it right now. And it's bouncing right off the 50-day moving average. So you got the combination of 50-day, horizontal support, break a trend. So I'm looking for that. I'm hoping it pulls back just a little bit, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. When I zoom into the time frame, looks like it's already breaking out. Let me get in there.
Nice.
Yeah, it really does. So it's starting to break out a little bit. My preference would be come back one more time and enter. No, 1 sec. Enter right down over there. If it does break out, I would wait for a retest and pick up the trade right over there.
That's good. I'm gonna send an alert right now. 234, right?
Yep, exactly. So pullback could be ideal. Because you'd be able to have a smaller stop. But if it pulls up and through, that's fine too.
And I remember what I forgot. It was VRA. So here's Verasity for
Verasity,
you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Also part of the gaming stable, Verasity.
Bring up your chart because you're showing mine.
Streaming token, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So here's some VRA. So it's a streaming token, right? Okay. Let's see what we got.
Ooh.
So to me, it needs a little bit more time, I would say. We do have this region here, which is quite hot. You can see where it's reacting.
Yeah.
So we don't have fib tie-in, but we do have this horizontal reaction, which is quite nice over there. So look out for that. Maybe a little bit more downside into this trend. I think, yeah, it looks like it just needs a bit of time to get to this trend for now. For me, this is the 4 hour. So yeah, just give it a little bit more time. Let's see how we go.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Okay, thanks, Alex. Yeah, VRA. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot it. Okay, I'll drop a couple more charts in the banter Discord. For those of you not on Sniper Club, we're not abandoning you. I'm going to drop some charts now in the banter Discord for VIP. So I'm going to @ you for VIP. If you're not a VIP, you can be VIP by using one of our trading links. If you're using a trading link, the Banter Hub is free for VIPs. So be on one of our trading links. The link is in the description. And I'm going to drop a couple of charts in there as well. And then, guys, we are in Sniper Club. Like we said before, this is the Sniper team. We're missing Simon, but he's normally part of us. And then Mama Sniper, OG Craig, Jay's in there as well, dropping macro charts and stuff. So we're all in there, the Sniper Club. You can talk to us, you can tag us. We're in the chats. We do what we can to engage with you. And yeah, we carry on with our things, but we are there for you, and we're there to help you and make you better traders. So that's why we created the Sniper Club. It is a paid product, but you can see there's a lot of thought, a lot of effort, and a lot of work goes into it, and that is why it is a paid product. But you know, we are there at your beck and call. On weekends, we're talking to you. Bruce and Dave have got the night shift for pretty much
South Africans. Dave has got the day shift. so yeah, you know, we're covering all time frames, and yeah, we're around. So guys, see you in the Banter Hub, see you in the Sniper Club, and see you tomorrow for more of this and some more setups. I'm trying to find
Hustle
my
tomorrow. That's exciting.
Hustle tomorrow, guys. We're talking gaming tokens. It's gonna be power.
On this lot.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later.